I know it's been a good while since I made an episode. If everything actually goes planned, I've already had footage from the WrestleMania party back in March. I just didn't. I don't really feel like posting it because it's just my computer is so slow and everything. But if everything goes well for this episode or whatnot, that should already be posted, and then this will be posted. If that makes sense, I don't know. It's just been a really rough transition back to Savannah, honestly speaking. Right now, I'm here in my second home in Aiken, South Carolina, and I have a show today. Pro Wrestling Bushido versus IWE. I am putting my Livewire title up against Kevin Ray. Kevin Ray, I haven't wrestled him in 2 years. That sounds about right. He was actually my last match in PCW in Colombia. I guess before I got canned, but that's on a whole different story. So I'll be defending my Livewire title against him later on tonight. I also didn't know that there was a NXT takeover tonight, and I don't know, I might try to catch that, honestly speaking. Always enjoy NXT takeovers. So the end of this episode, I'll give you the update of what's been going on with me. But let's just say Savannah has just been a hell of a ride for me. So inside the American Legion, same building I do Livewire stuff. Now we have the IWE versus Pro Wrestling Bushido. And I actually do pop for this setting right here. Really do pop for this setting. It's better. One of the best settings that I kind of worked in under the roof of this building. So I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed and try to get myself situated in this ring. And look, Anthony Henry and Sean Legacy. Yeah, this place is about to fill up. Doors is about to open in like the next 2 minutes, so let's get to it. So, post-match video. Right now, the main event that's going on is King versus Shannon Moore for the Pro Wrestling Bushido title. I'm a little banged up, typical, sore. Pretty sure I jammed my right hand doing my signature superhero landing in my match. The match was meh, honestly speaking. I mean, there's no big secret. Matches work and a teamwork thing, You do things to help the other person get over with their move, or whatever, whatnot. And I didn't really. The best I can say is, when I got to the back after my match, I had one guy walked up to me and basically said that I need to change my entire moveset because it looked sloppy and unsafe. Moves that I've been doing for years years. I had people in the crowd saying, we've seen you do those moves for years and look crisp. You know, tonight wasn't really all that bad, but it really wasn't all that great. I will admit that I took a lot of kicks to the head, and towards the end of the match, my legs were kind of spaghetti legs. So when I went for the running knee, double trigger, and my Shining Wizard, it didn't have enough oomph like it usually does. So if I get footage of the match, I'll either post it in this video or just do another episode and basically say meanwhile last episode or whatever, whatnot. But overall, it is what it is. I retained the Live Wire Championship, and now I think I'm just going to chill out the house. I still have the final part that I have to film, the update of what's been going on with me the past couple of months since moving back to Savannah. So day after the wrestling show, and honestly, I'm kind of pretty banged up. I don't know if you can see or not, but my right hand is it's a little swollen, more than likely from me doing my superhero landing and hitting the ring. So I can move my fingers just fine. I just could barely move my wrists. So I've been putting ice on it and everything, and just gonna go about my merry way. I'm not as discouraged as I was last night about the whole being approached and saying that I need to change my entire move set. But I remember the last person that told me I need to stop doing a certain move, whatever. Actually, I told him that I'm just going to continue working on it and get good at it. Now is one of my staple moves, and I do it very good. So it is what it is. Not too much of a fan of him anyways. I'm still here in Aiken, South Carolina, June 2nd. Just going to actually crash here for another day before I head back home to Savannah tomorrow. And about Savannah, well, for a, I don't know, checkup, whatever, whatnot, or whatever. Remember, December 26th, I lost my father. January, basically the end of January 25th, my mother asked me to come back, Savannah. Moved back to Savannah February 26th. And honestly speaking, it has been a struggle bus ever since then. I got a job at Auto Perfection, and you know, it's a good place. It was a decent gig, but I was getting a bit overwhelmed, just with multiple thoughts. I couldn't focus at work at all. So I was overwhelmed at work. I was overwhelmed when I got home. My mind was a complete catastrophe. Wound up actually quitting there, but I did it in a nice way. They're good people, definitely good people. But I was so much of an emotional wreck and everything that I just felt bad being around, so I left. I came here for about a week or so, try to clear my mind a bit. Then I went back, chilled out for a little bit, and basically right before I was going to call them up and say, hey, maybe I might give it another chance, I got the phone call from DHL to ask to see if I was interested in the job. So I said, let me try something different. DHL is a little in my it's freaking flies. DHL is a little bit in my field of work, delivering and stuff. So got hooked up with the DHL. It was a rough start, and then around the middle, it was actually okay. Um, and then honestly, last week was when shit hit the fan. DHL freaking flies, man. DHL, they treat their employees like shit. All right, I'm gonna move real quick and go to the back while still filming. Oh wait. All right, so I moved to the backyard because there was two huge ass flies just like not leaving me alone. But anyway, so I got started at DHL, and to make a long story short, they treat their employees like garbage. I told them one day I wasn't feeling the world's best. I feel like I was going to throw up a couple of times. I'm lightheaded. I only came in to work so I won't have so much deliveries piled on top of me the next day. And my boss literally was like, eat a Snicker bar, drink a soda, and keep going in the middle of my route and everything. And he met me in the middle of my route or whatever, took a couple of packages that he said that he was going to deliver. And when I came in Tuesday, those very packages that he said he was going to deliver, he didn't deliver them. Instead, he piled them on top of me, on top of uh, the next day's package. So, needless to say, I was pretty much done. But I kept pushing, and this past Wednesday, uh, man, these flies are following me. Um, this past Wednesday, I finished my route and I quit. I couldn't take it anymore. I've never been so unhappy at a job as much as that. I probably came a couple of times quitting Domino's. I could remember a time or two, but DHL, I was like, nah, I am done. So plus it got tiresome that I never knew what time I was getting off work because the rule of thumb is you're not done with your job or day or route until you finish attempting delivering all the packages. So there will be drivers out there at like 10, 11 o'clock at night still dropping off packages to people's houses. It's ridiculous. And it's sad that they said that no more late night deliveries because a DHL driver in Atlanta got killed hitting a tree at 11 o'clock at night going back to the station. Why did it take that to be like, oh, so we should not be out there late at night? Really? Really? So I'm somewhat jobless now. I signed up for an online job. It's part time, but at least I get to work home on my own schedule. So there's that. And Savannah is a hot spot. My buddy Ninja is making bank Ubering in Savannah. Um, he put in 30 drive time hours, made 70 trips, and made $510, which is actually pretty dang good. Basically 30 hours of work, a little bit of driving, $510. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna get signed up with Uber, and oh Jesus, I'm I'm gonna get signed up with Uber, hopefully, honestly, and I'm gonna do that for a little bit until I land another gig or something like that. At least I'll be on my own schedule. So with that, I'll be able to like get some personal stuff done because with DHL, I couldn't get any personal stuff done until like one of the weekends or Saturdays or something like that. One of my days off, I wound up spending getting all the personal stuff that I've been trying to do throughout the week done on Saturday. So it's been a rough time in Savannah. My mother and I, we butted heads a good bit of time, but we're good graces now. So I'm just I'm just struggling, honestly. Not letting it get to me like I did before, but I'm struggling. I will openly admit that. Um, Hopefully, this week I could shape up and get something going with myself. because it's not having my own income thing versus how I used to live here in here in Aiken. It's killing me. It really is. But that's the update status of me. So let's hope next episode I'm in a better state.